All right, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shai, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shai, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shai, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shai. All praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostle of the great millstone. Honors and salutations to all you Akim out there that's laboring in the truth and sincerity without wavering. It's just pretty much gonna be it's a GMS en route. You know, it's some words I'm meditating in the spirit, thinking about a bunch of things in the spirit. But one of the things that came to me is the state of brothers, you know, the Akim and everything, the sincere, the true brothers. You know, so that's why, you know, you see the name of this one is Don't Trip. Don't trip. In other words, don't panic, don't bug out. And again, I mean, even like the Apostle Paul said, that's matter of fact, I'm gonna start it off with that scripture real quick. Then I, you know, got a couple of scriptures too that came to mind pertaining to this situation. You know, this is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 1. It says, "But of the time and season, brethren, you have no need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night." So, you know, which brothers, and don't block the shot, brothers, if you in the zone, you in the spirit, you know, your faith is where it needs to be, you know, rock the owl by Yahweh Shai. You know, because the scriptures say them. Now remember this too, because it tell you in Romans, I'm gonna just quote it. It said, "Them that are strong ought to bear the infirmities of the weak." You know what I'm saying? In other words, just if you're a strong brother that got faith, that's beautiful, but don't let that get you proud or pumped up or overzealous to where you looking down at your brothers. Brothers are brothers. Some brothers is not gonna have the same faith. You know the scriptures say every brother esteemeth over another brother, right? Every brother comes up on levels at different times or whatever. But at the end of the day, this is where we gotta apply all the scriptures, man. Trust me, because things are never meant to be the same. Yahweh Shai said in John, that the spirit cometh and goeth like the wind. Nobody don't know where it's coming from or where it's going. So things change, man. You gotta be ready. Like in the spirit, you gotta be spiritually flexible, man, in righteousness, man. You know, like when things change, because the scriptures speak about all these things, right? Brothers on fire, we prophesying. You know, it's all out there. You know, we know we're in the midst of uncharted territory for everybody, for Esau, even the elites that been planning these things or whatever. You know, this is uncharted territory for them as well. You know, and see, the thing is, through the blessing and power of Yahweh Yahweh Shai, we was warned of these things to happen. So we know that these things were going to happen to the point where we built up a spiritual foundation in Yahweh Yahweh Shai in the Word, where this is not really phasing us, but you know that we still in the flesh, right? Yahweh Shai said the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. So them demons could get on any of us. We're still in the flesh. It's a battle until Yahweh Shai come back. Until you actually beamed up on a chariot, you're gonna have to be dealing with this wretched flesh. You know what I'm saying? So don't think that you made it there. Nah. But you can rest in the fact that the Most High woken you up to this truth. So now you understand the things that are happening, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you know the fight is still on. That's why Yahweh Shai said, "He that endureth unto the end, the same should be saved." Man, you still got a battle. You got a battle on top of what's going on already. Because with the whole Roni virus and everything, that doesn't change the whole scope of a lot of things, how business is conducted, even up to the level of even the teaching. See, brothers gotta be smart, be wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. You know, I'm on my way to meet up with the brothers and speak, because you know when we look into the ordinances, you can still gather, but we probably have to split the camp into 2 camps or whatever, because you can't. In Connecticut, we're gonna be in CT today. You know, so in Connecticut you can't be more than 5 people. I think New York is more than 10. Other states it varies. And eventually, though, you know, because everything is CTD, as the saying goes, circling the drain. Eventually, these things are going to be dried up. It's going to be a famine of the word. A famine of the word is coming. Meaning, in other words, it's going to come a time where the prophets, all right, starting with the head apostle Tahar, Apostle Kubar, Apostle Rakai, Apostle Ramlab, you know, and all the rest of the Akim. We're not going to be able to be going to the street corners like we would like to, at least in these major cities. And seeing everything in the spirit, and this is where brothers got to, you know, pray to the Lord, whatever they lacking, use it. You have faith with common sense, use your common sense. You know, things differ case by, everything is case by case, should I say. Like in some cities, it might be laid out to where brothers still are able to function. It might not be no type of curfew or different curfews or no bans on gathering. So of course you're still able to still do the work, but there's other cities where it's gonna be locked down. That's why Yahweh Shai said the night cometh where no man can work, man. Because why? It's gonna come a time where everything is gonna, you know, look, the scriptures say the devils come down with great wrath, you know, if you have but a short time. So the persecution is gonna be real, man. It's gonna be real because, you know, it's gonna be a lot of deaths, man. Just not even, I mean, with the virus or so-called virus or whatever they're putting in people, that's causing massive death. But then you got the National Guards that's coming in here, man. You know what I'm saying? You got the army. They're gonna kill a lot of people, man. And they know about the unruly Jakes. They keep pushing this thing about the Edomites, white supremacist groups are on a rise, and they plan on, you know, doing this and that to Jake. You know, they looking to seize the opportunity to start their so-called race war, or whatever they plan on doing. You see, so it's going to be a lot of deaths that are going to be happening in the upcoming days, man. You know, even when things seem like they're going back to normal, it's not going to be normal. So, matter of fact, which, you know, that's why these scriptures are very important, man. It says, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. It said, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. So when it's things, even when things seem like it's going back to normal, it's not going to be normal, man. Things will never be the same again, regardless of, you know, if they lift up certain bans and start, you know, letting people go back to work and all that stuff like that. Damage is done, man. The Most High, because why? The Lord, see, you got to remember, the Most High is tired of this place, man. You think the Most High likes seeing us be here tormented by these fucking devils? And the scriptures say her sins have reached into the heavens. So you think the Most High is not tired, man? You think we tired? What about the Most High? What about Yahweh Shai? Right? Yahweh Shai is longing to come back here and redeem his elect, but catch wreck as well, man. All right? Get his payback, man. You see? It's 2,000 years in our time. Yahweh Shai has been waiting, man. So we only been waiting for a few seconds in the eyes of, you know? So look, brothers, don't get troubled or nothing like that, man. And see, this is why, too, you should have, you know, if anything, you're going to have a lot of cats that's getting rattled because why? They wasn't doing what they were supposed to be doing when they were supposed to be doing it. You know what I'm saying? And this is why the Spirit down, Apostle Tahar, the other elders, brothers, they constantly be rebuking brothers about, look, man, getting involved, getting to work. You know, pray to the Lord to increase your faith. Because why? You knew that there's going to come a time where, you know, you ain't going to be able to do the work, man. Because the scriptures say, seek ye the Lord while he may be found, man. You know, for the night cometh that no man may be able to do, may be able to work. I'm combining the two scriptures, right? Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter, tell you clearly. We're approaching those times, man. You can't see that you know, that these things are happening, then you're not in the spirit at all, man. A baby can see, you know, that's why they're talking about end time, and you got people trying to combat it. No, this is not end times. This is a little bump in the road. This ain't no fucking bump in the road, man. It's the end of this society, man. All right, and as Esau got that gradualism from the Most High, man. The Most High, because it's easy for the Lord to just destroy you in less than a second, but what he does is he systematically breaks you down. Just look at the Most High's track record. Look how surgical he took care of Egypt back then. And Egypt was what America is now. All right, but the Most High surgically and strategically placed Israel up in there, had Esau sitting there putting hell, I mean, not Esau, pardon me. That was the actual real Egyptians who come from Mount Zarium, right? Mizraim, which today they call them the you know, it's known as the Egyptians. You had them putting hell with the pharaohs and all that on Israel. Then the Most High started plaguing them with different plagues, with different poison in their water, plaguing them with fucking frogs. Frogs are unclean. Plaguing them with locusts and plaguing them with boils and so, different diseases and everything. The Most High, this ain't nothing new, man. The scriptures say there's nothing new under the sun. All right, because the Most High did this back then. But now the Lord is updating his work, if you will. In other words, he's reintroducing himself, man. Because why? Everybody forgot about the terrible power that the Most High is, man. You see? So it happened back then, and it's happening now, man. So the Lord gradually destroyed Egypt. So once it got to the point where he sent Yahushua, right, to smite all the firstborn in every house that didn't have the blood on their doorposts, man. You see? So now Esau, with his gradualism, that's what he's doing, which he gets it from the Most High, man. All right, this devil ain't smart. He ain't original. He ain't come up with nothing on his fucking own. You know what I'm saying? Everything he do, he's a damn copycatter, man. That's what Esau is, a copycat. But anyway, Esau is going to come down with that, which they're doing slowly, but they are going to come down with even more great wrath, man. They're going to sharpen that sword, man, and really stick, which that's the Most High, because Esau was created to be a killing instrument for the Lord, man, to bring judgment on the wicked amongst our people. But brothers that are in the truth, man, listen, man, whatever happened, just stay calm in the spirit, man, and trust in the Lord, even though it's crazy it's gonna get. And if we got all the tools there, the Lord gave us the understanding. Some brothers might see death. Some of us might get locked up, put in jail or whatever. But the scriptures say, "Be thou faithful unto death." So you remember these things, because why? The Most High is able to deliver you out of those situations, man. So this, it's just a few words I was just thinking, because some brothers gonna be wondering, oh, what do I do or whatever, because this is a different phase or whatever. And we gotta be spiritual, man. Like the apostle said, and I say it, look, as far as doing the work, if you're able to still go out and do the work, do it, but be smart. If you can't, they got restrictions, and don't. It's that simple. Because why? This is not our kingdom. We're getting closer to the kingdom, but the devil is still in power, man. We got to wait for Yahweh Shai to take these devils out of power. So until then, the only power we got is in the word, man, and teaching the word, you see, and sticking by it. Stick to the script, man. Stick to the script. Our job doesn't change with all this craziness and bullshit that's happening. Our job doesn't change. We still remain the same in the spirit of Yahweh Shai. All right, we still prophesy, we still pray, we still come together, we still have lessons, we still discuss things spiritually, right? More and more, that's all we really should be talking about, really. I mean, what else is there to talk? Ain't nothing else. Everything else is shut down anyway, all the bread and circuses. So we should be more in the spirit, man, and praying more, and things of that nature, man. And, as far as the other, them other cats, let them other camps do what they do, man. 'Cause at the end of the day, they all been warned, man, and some of them want to take things serious, halfway serious. Man, the Lord is going to reveal who his servants really are, man. I ain't, like I said, if you're not in the fold, I'm not concerned with whoever's not in the fold of Yahweh Shai and his truth. All right, now when you come into the fold, then of course you're a brother, because you got a lot of wicked amongst our people, even Israelites, that's going to be leading Jake into the slaughter. Setting Jake up. A lot of dudes is just spies for the Illuminati, trying to incite shit or trying to keep locators on what brothers are doing and everything like that. But see, we're spiritual, and we know that Esau is the eye in the sky, but we never had nothing to hide anyway. At the end of the day, our message is the same. It doesn't change. The Lord, Yahweh Shai, is coming back to destroy this earth, and he's going to redeem his elect people, which are the elect amongst the children of Israel. And the real Israelites are what? The so-called Negroes and Indian tribes scattered throughout the four corners of the world, right? But primarily in America, in the Americas. The so-called Negroes, West Indians, Haitians, Dominicans. You seen the sign, man. The sign, and yes, the sign is spiritual, man. All this debate is stupid. It's a foolish debate over, oh man, you followed the sign, you off. No, nigga, you off. Where's your sign? It's in the scriptures, man. You understand? But that's another topic anyway. And really later, if you can't get the scripture say he that is unjust, let him remain unjust, man. If you can't see it, if you sitting there thinking that the 12 tribe sign is wicked, or you thinking anything that we're teaching is off, there's no chariots, there's no nuclear missiles, then you keep being a goddamn bug out nigga, man. All right? You keep being bugged out. But the brothers that are in the faith, in the fold, the elect, hey brothers, we almost out of here, man. And we knew that these things were gonna happen, so we can't act crazy now that they actually happen. If anything, actually I've been low-key happy, man. I've been like happier than I've been in a while, man. I keep it real with you brothers, man. You know, and I know that we ain't fucking out of here. I mean, come on, man. Don't get fucking simple. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I'm just, slack you brothers, man, But, fuck it, man. I'm fucking happy. You goddamn right, man. I'm happy that this fucking devil is finally getting some type of punishment. And I'm hoping to see the end of this fucking devil and see the rest of them get it. Man, listen. We should. The Albert Shine said he's gonna turn our sorrow into joy. So yeah, you damn right. I know it ain't. It's gonna get worse and everything, and that's cool. And that's beautiful, man. This place ain't been nothing good for us, man. I don't know how you brothers look at it. I look at it as if the Lord wasn't coming, I wouldn't make it anyway. And not in this society, man. Because I'm not conforming to the bullshit. I'm not conforming to that homosexual bullshit. In order for this society to continue, that means that at some point you're gonna have to bow down to that homosexual bullshit, man. You understand? You have to bow down to this new world order, this new speak. You're gonna bow down to these Edomites doing all this wickedness, man. Bow down to taking the chip. You understand? Because if this society was to continue, they would have to have the chip. You have to be chipped up. You have to be a faggot, a part of this bullshit new world order, man. And I'm not down with none of that shit, man. And plus, on top of it, our body, we're worn out, man. Working out, and that's the other battles we got. We got to still battle and trust in the Lord and pray, to deal with whatever health issues. Because, we've been in this kingdom for a while, and all Esau's been doing is poisoning us, slowly poisoning us, giving us slow deaths, you see. And now they're gonna blame everything on the coronavirus. They said it was a report on the brother you called from Arkansas. He sent me a copy of the report. The army doctor said people that died of bronchitis and pneumonia, when he came back the next day, their charts was changed and they said it was a coronavirus. So they're going around just saying people are dying of fucking coronavirus. So the bullshit don't end, but all right, let them keep playing. Let Esau do what he's doing, and we just keep trusting in the Lord. Hey, the Lord said, wait ye upon him. So that's all we got to do. And then wait, and don't panic. Don't get nervous and shit like that. And oh my God, what are we going to, don't worry, the Lord is going to provide. And of course, common sense or whatever the case is, if you able to get you some, get just like you normally would do. You normally would get some water and whatever you need for your house or whatever. But don't worry about that, because how much, it ain't even a thing about storing up fucking food, because how much food could you really store if the government shut down for months? You understand? Who even got refrigerators and freezers big enough to store a month worth of food, 2 months worth of food? So don't worry about all that shit, man. The Most High is gonna provide for us overall. I mean, do what you gotta do, but don't be getting all nervous and, look, we gotta have faith, man. And a lot of times we might not display the most faith when we should. We might get caught up getting, them simple spirits might get on us, but rebuke them spirits and pray to the Most High. James, the 1st chapter, pray to the Most High to increase your faith, man. Pray for the brotherhood, for the Lord to increase brothers' faith, to open their spiritual eyes so they can see the bigger picture of what's going on and not get so bottled up into what's the literal shit that's taking place. This is a surface shit, but the bigger picture is that it's going to get work. These things are going to happen, and it's going to lead to the, of course, the prophecies of the chip, the microchip, them putting that, World War III, race riots and everything, and the nuclear destruction, and Yahweh Shai returning. So it's all going to happen. That's the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you got to keep your mind on. But anyway, with that, I'm going to end it there. I just wanted to share a few words. I mean, there was other thoughts and everything. The Spirit hit me with them. I'll do another lesson or whatever. But you brothers already know what time it is, and I know that y'all know what time it is. Brothers that's been in this thing or whatever, but it was just on my spirit to just in case if any other brothers are, you know, because the Lord said, comfort ye my people with the scriptures, man. Speak ye comfortable to Jerusalem, let them know that her warfare has been accomplished. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and the scriptures say, comfort ye one another with the scriptures. So that's pretty much what I'm doing. You know, hopefully brothers are comforted, and you know, we just keep pushing, man. I mean, right now we still got the internet too, so we can still keep putting videos up on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Keep flooding the internet, man. You know, as brothers should have been doing already. But you know, if you haven't, you know, pray to the Lord. At least do it now, I guess. I don't know. But with that, you know, give all praise to Yahweh B'Shem El Shai. Say shalom to sincere Akim. Shalom.